I got involved with the project because I absolutely love art that was generated at the Bauhaus, and I think most of the reasons I ended up studying art is because I was learning about this exact place. A moment that stood out for me was doing all the workshops in the museum, in the newly opened museum. That was a huge amount of fun, like meeting so many new people and talking about and learning stuff that I just wouldn't have learned otherwise, like a whole new perspective from dance, from performance. I mean, I'm usually cooped up in a dark room behind a camera, you know, so it's just great learning all this new stuff. An unmissable opportunity is what this was and what it is. It's incredible. It's bizarre being here, seeing the pictures, the really famous pictures, and actually being in the place. It's crazy. That's really pushed me out of my comfort zone because I never really thought in that way. It's quite industrial how I've worked in the past, but this has made me think maybe more organic processes to making things is probably the way forward for me.
Even though I'm on a painting course, I've been making lots of sculpture and interactive things, but this has definitely opened my eyes up to bits of a lot more design, things like architecture, and made me think a lot more about that, and performance as well. Whether I realise it or not, it will definitely influence my practice in some way.
I suppose the highlight for me is just the fact that every single day we got to come into this museum and basically use it like our living room. I thought that was brilliant. That's how these sort of institutions should be used, just for the people and just in a way that allows sort of creativity to occur naturally instead of it trying to be some structured thing.
So I always wanted to get into performance, but I didn't know how, and I was very afraid of it. So when I saw this amazing experience that I could have, I just signed up for it. My work is about outcasts and monsters, I guess, and I always wanted to make them become alive, so performance makes that happen. I want to continue working with performance, doing performance art.
It's such an honor, I think, because this place has a lot of history, and just like being here in this museum with all these people is such an incredible opportunity. I could never think that I would ever be here. A really special moment was to do the circus performance. I think it was really special because it was really organic, and it was like none of the times we rehearsed it was the same. So the actual performance was really special, very organic, and it felt really in the moment. And I think everyone was really connected to each other. We were really doing our best, and I think that was why it was so special. Yeah.
I mean, I think I probably first heard of the Bauhaus maybe when I was in high school or something like that. Or don't know when it first came about, but it's always been something I've been aware of, and it was kind of one of the first things we talked about at Camberwell. Very first day, they were like, "Hey, this is we're gonna do some Bauhaus teachings for like the first week to like get you into it." And so it's always this whole year, I guess, has been started with the Bauhaus, ended with the Bauhaus.
I wanted to sort of push myself a little bit. I remember in the first week of university when we did those workshops based off the Bauhaus in Zante. I felt really a bit uncomfortable, to be honest, but I thought I wanted to push myself, especially in my first year at uni, to sort of try new things, and that's why I joined. I was nervous at first, but it was so worth it. I've never had that feeling of, I don't know how to describe it. In that moment when we were doing it, I really did feel like this is what Bauhaus was about, sort of doing something collectively together, and it was so organic, which was what was important to me, and because I didn't expect to feel like that. It was great.
Camberwell was one of the first partners we got into the program, and it's part of a program which we called Bauhaus Open Stage, and it's a program to revisit and to readdress the concept of the Bauhaus stage as a pedagogy for artists, designers and architects. The Camberwell performances became the backbone of the festival. The Camberwell performances and also, of course, this installation and the daily parties they organized. I would say without them, there wouldn't be a festival. This is really a backbone.
About 2 years ago, we began talking with Bauhaus Dessau about setting up a project which would involve students and staff working together on the recreation of a piece of work by Santi Szewinski. He was one of the Bauhaus masters, perhaps a bit less well known than some, and he was really influential in the performance. So the decision to bring staff and students to the Bauhaus was a decision that Camberwell took a couple of years ago, really because we wanted to find out more about the Bauhaus school, but also we were interested in thinking about some of the pedagogic or some of the teaching methods of the school and how they might be useful now.
I'm one of the painting teachers at Camberwell College of Art, and my involvement with the project has been as one of the tutors working with the students to develop a series of performances, but also to bring their voice to this festival, their identity as Camberwell students. I think the students have been amazing. I mean, a lot of them, in fact all of them, are first year students. Some of them I interviewed when they came to Camberwell. So it's been great to see that journey where you meet them and they're nervous and you interview them, and then you become friends, you become colleagues, collaborators, and I think they've been just absolutely, it's just, we're lost for words really, how professional they've been, how intelligent, how funny and unpredictable.
It's been really inspiring to see the students grow every day. We're delighted to be invited because we're the only college in London that has been asked to come out to Germany and show these performances to a public. So some evenings we've had hundreds of people coming to watch these performances. So for the students, they've just staged their first performance in a major museum, and that at the age of 20, 21 is absolutely incredible. So they've all got that on their CV now, and it's something that they want to take forward.